Good evening. Thank you for joining us in this wonderful occasion to celebrate our community, to celebrate our spaces renovated and joined together, to celebrate Hanukkah and light. We need light, a lot of light, and together we're going to make light and continue to make light with God's blessing for a long time. We're going to begin with some melodies, familiar songs and melodies to celebrate our being together. It's on page 18 in this beautiful booklet. Hine ma tov u'ma na'im. How good it is that we're together celebrating as one community in this space.
שבט אחים גר יחד, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים. שבט אחים גר יחד, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים. שבט אחים גר יחד, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים. שבט אחים גר יחד, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים. שבט אחים גר יחד, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים. שבט אחים גר יחד, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים. שבט אחים גר יחד, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים. שבט אחים גר יחד, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים. שבט אחים גר יחד, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים. שבט אחים גר יחד, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים. שבט אחים גר יחד, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים. שבט אחים גר
Asuli mikdash v'shachanti b'tocham, that God instructs us in the book of Shmot, in the book of Exodus, make for me a sanctuary and so I may dwell amongst you. And sanctuary has been made, not just this sanctuary, but a sanctuary writ large in the community where we pray and hope that through all the building that's been done in the physical and in the spiritual, all the connections, all the love, all the effort in building what this community has been really from its inception in 1825 till now, that through that building and through this very, very special moment in time, that God's presence will dwell amongst each and every one of us and together. ועשו לי מקדש ושכנתי בתוכם.
ועשו לי מקדש ושכנתי בתוכם, ואנחנו נברך יה מעתה ועד עולם. ועשו לי מקדש ושכנתי בתוכם, ואנחנו נברך יה מעתה ועד עולם. Oh God, prepare me, oh God, prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy. and true, and in thanksgiving I'll be a living sanctuary for you. Oh God, prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, try and true, and in thanksgiving I'll be a living sanctuary for you. ועשו לי מקדש ושכנתי בתוכם, ואנחנו נברך יה מעתה ועד עולם.
How fortunate we are to be together. We are blessed to be part of this community. We are blessed that we have been brought together here by Torah, by the Jewish tradition, by our desire and longing for community to build together, to do, to learn, to grow, to volunteer, to comfort one another, to celebrate together. How fortunate we are. Ashrechem, Ashrechem Israel is the next piece we're going to sing together on page 18. We'll begin by chanting together the refrain, which is the fifth line. Ashrechem, Ashrechem, Ashrechem Israel.
אשריכם, 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 ישראל. אשריכם, 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 ישראל. אשריכם, 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 ישראל.
זכותי תורי המשה, זכותי ג'מי חברים, ברמה וסם וסורה, הזומה גני ישוע. אשריכם, 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 ישראל. אשריכם, 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 ישראל. אז ששמי יהיה ישועה, העובד הידי ברורים, ברמה וסר בסורה, הזומה גדל ישוע. אשרי אשר, אשרי השירים אשר לשלמה. אשריכם, 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 ישראל. אשריכם, 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 ישראל. I'd like to invite our leaders, Alan and Suzanne, Alan Mantel, Suzanne Schechter, to give us a few words of welcome.
Chag Sameach. It's wonderful to be here with all of you. It's amazing to see this many people together on a Sunday afternoon, so welcome to the celebration today. There are going to be many thank yous throughout the program, but I'd like to make a few to start with. First, Rolly, Felicia, and Ari for leading us, and back in 2010 when we acquired the community house, to have the vision and to see the transformative nature of bringing BJ back under one roof. So thank you for all that you've done to bring us to this point. And also I'd like to thank Colin Weil, who was a little later to the game, but had sleepless nights, endless weekends, very long work days to get this done and to really drive, bring the physical plant together and make this such a wonderful experience for all of us. So thank you, Colin. So we've been in this space operating as one campus since right after Labor Day, but the direct link just opened this past week. And I was here Thursday night, and I came in through the community house. And it was the doors were open, and it was the first time that I looked in from the community house. The lights were on in the sanctuary, and I saw the light coming in from the sanctuary into the community house. And it was one of those amazing BJ moments, you know, you have them periodically, where, you know, it just kind of clicks, and there's something really very spiritual about that moment, and I had it. We took a building dedicated in 1918, another one dedicated about 10 years later, and the light was flowing between the two. And we really created an amazing BJ under one roof. In his book, Man is Not Alone, Heschel wrote, "If we only see objects, we are alone." This community had unbelievable vision, unbelievable commitment to bring a physical space together and create a future that is unbelievable and is way beyond the object and brings us together as a community.
I want to echo the thanks that Alan gave, but I also want to thank him for being an awesome partner in crime and a great friend. Believe it or not, we're having a lot of fun. I think even Rolly and Felicia think we might be too. So in our minds, being under one roof in such a beautifully refreshed campus is really just a metaphor for what's actually going on at BJ. The living out of the strategic plan has injected new levels of inspiration and creativity that may have been lying dormant for a little while. Our new Center for Prayer and Spirituality is giving us ideas and tools to challenge and renew our thoughts and expression around prayer, ritual, and music. The Family Life and Learning Department is thriving and engaging our kids throughout the age spectrum. And our members are praying with their feet like never before in support of refugee, immigrant, racial, economic, and environmental justice. We are living and breathing the mantra of hate has no home here. And finally, core initiatives such as Faith in Public Life and the soon-to-be-launched Jewish Home Project are pushing us to enter challenging waters, places that stretch us, maybe sometimes scare us, but ultimately always help us to grow as a community and as the innovative leader in American jewelry. It really feels that BJ's back, and it really feels good. When the most common complaint that we're getting is about getting too many emails about too many programs, we feel like that's a pretty good problem to have. So thank you for coming today, and thank you for playing a big part in making the extraordinary home that this is for so many.
Hello. What an auspicious occasion. The metaphor of a relay race is very much how I feel right now. Being the anchor runner has all the glory and all the pressure. You get to carry the baton over the finish line, but if you're not first, you lost. So yes, as Alan said, there were sleepless nights and weekends and a lot of hours. But of course, the relay race is not won by the anchor runner, it's run by the team. And I could not have asked for a more talented and committed and passionate and brilliant team to help us move this forward. First and foremost, I really want to recognize the board committee, the building committee that led us through, brought us to this place, that took the concept and turned it into a working plan, that made sure that we had the right partners to execute. So Irv Rosenthal, Frank Kern, Les Nelson, and Eve Klein. We are just eternally grateful for all the work that you've done, so thank you. Please stand up. But of course, a plan is only so good as the creative and strategic partners who move it forward. And we were blessed to have a really fantastic project team. First, I want to recognize the Bromley Caldari architects. Jerry Caldari is here, and Julie Schmidt. Please stand up. So this was Bromley Caldari's second visit here to BJ 26 years ago. They helped us reimagine this space and helped restore this sanctuary the first time. And it was really a pleasure to have them come back and help us imagine what a refresh of the space would look like. And so we're really grateful. We're also extremely grateful to Westerman Construction, Lloyd Westerman and Kate Russell. Please stand up. And Phil Seaman, the foreman, who's not here today. We asked them to do something that they basically told us was impossible, but they said they'd try to do this project in really the core work was done in 3 months when we were in low program mode in the summer. It was really incredible. And then this fall, we've really been living the metaphor of fixing the engines while the plane is in flight. Just imagine looking out the window and seeing a guy tinkering with the engine there. For them to be able to get the work done amidst all of the incredible programming, which we bother you with emails, that was all happening at the same time. And on that front, I also have to mention the incredible work of our project management team, Chris Norfleet and Miriam Molnar. Please stand. And Chris and Miriam have been unbelievable partners and teachers for me, really helping ensure that I understand all the risks and rewards of every decision that we made on a weekly basis, and it's been wonderful working with you guys. And I also want to mention, of course, none of this could have happened without the cooperation of the entire BJ staff and the community. The flexibility and good humor to allow us to move you around from room to room every week, never quite knowing where we're going to pray, where we're going to eat, where we're going to go to the bathroom, where we're going to hang our coats. It was a wild ride, but we made it, and so I'm grateful for all of you for being part of that, and most especially to Dave Christenberry and Sandy Wilson and the incredible facilities team who moved more objects across more spaces and did more steps every day than one could ever imagine, and thank you guys so much for making that happen. So my gratitude to the whole community. It's been a real pleasure getting us this far, and I'm excited about the next big adventures. Thank you.
This is not just a space. This is a sacred space. And this is not just generosity that made it possible. It is sacred generosity and sacred community. And the model for what happened here was established a long time ago in the Torah as our foremothers and forefathers thousands of years ago established the first Jewish sacred space in the mikdash, in the Mishkan, in the book of Shmot. And everyone who excelled in ability and everyone whose spirit moved him came bringing to Adonai his offering for the work of the tent of meeting and for all its service and for the sacred vestments. Men and women, all whose hearts moved them, all who would make an elevation offering of gold to Adonai came bringing brooches, earrings, rings, and pendants, gold objects of all kinds. And everyone who had in his possession blue, purple, and crimson yarns, fine linens, goat's hair, tanned ram skins, and dolphin skins brought them. Everyone who would make gifts of silver or copper brought them as gifts for Adonai. And everyone who had in his possession acacia wood for any work of the service brought that. And all the skilled women spun with their own hands and brought what they had spun in purple, in blue and purple and crimson yarns, and in fine linen. And all the women who excelled in that skill spun the goat's hair. And the chieftains brought lapis lazuli and other stones for setting and for the ephod and for the breastpiece, and spices and oil for lighting, and for the anointing oil and for the aromatic incense. Thus the Israelites, all the men and women whose heart moved them to bring anything for the work that Adonai through Moshe had commanded to be done, brought it as a free will offering to Adonai. And so this was made possible in our times in this sacred space by the generosity of so many people whose names appear in this booklet, who gave so generously of their resources. If you're one of these people who gave and who brought all the material blessings that were that made possible this, please rise. If you're in this booklet because you have donated the funds that made this possible, please rise. If you're part of the core of volunteers of this community that makes the community, please remain standing. If you're part of the volunteers that makes this community run and be alive every single day, please rise. If you're part of the staff of this community, I also ask you to rise. I ask everybody else to rise who studies and learns and serves and grows here. Everybody, please stand. Let's give each other an applause of gratitude. And as we remain standing, we turn to the booklet to sing a few verses of Hallel in joy and celebration on page 19, Pitchu li sha'arei tzedek.
פיתחו לי שערי צדק, אבוך במודיה.
זה השער לאדוני, צדיקות יבואו בו.
עודך כי עניתני, ותהי לי ישועה.
עודך כי עניתני, ותהי לי ישועה.
אבן עשו הבונים, הייתה לראש פינה.
אבן עשו הבונים, הייתה לראש פינה.
את אדוני הייתה זאת, היא נפלאת בעינינו.
ואת אדוני הייתה זאת, היא נפלאת בעינינו.
זה היום עשה אדוני, נגילה ונשמחה בו.
זה היום עשה אדוני, נגילה ונשמחה בו.
אנא אדוני הושיענה,
אדוני הושיענה.
אנא אדוני הושיענה. יצליחנה
אדוני יצליחנה
אדוני יצליחנה
אדוני יצליחנה ברוך הבא בשם אדוני אל אדוני ויער לנו שרוך חג בעבותים עד קרנות המזבח אתה ועודך אלוהי ארוממך אלי אתה ועודך אלוהי ארוממך הודו לאדוני כי טוב כי לעולם חסדו הודו לאדוני כי טוב כי לעולם חסדו. Please be seated. We turn our attention to the screen.
When we came to the city, I was very reluctant, particularly to join a large synagogue. So we didn't join anything. And then I walked into BJ. And that was it. It was love at first sight.
BJ, it's clearly a place that is central to who I am. It's the place that has allowed me to understand things that I hadn't understood before, about how community works, about how Torah works in the world, about how to serve God. I discovered many of these things here.
How do you talk about BJ? It's an amazing place. BJ is, of course, a community, a spiritual community. It's a synagogue, though it has for decades now been really pushing the boundaries of what a synagogue looks like.
One of the most special qualities that I feel like BJ has is actually that people participate. So besides the fact that we can actually do something beautiful, there's something beautiful too in engaging the community and having the community participate.
BJ is the mix that needs to respond to the moments in time to call upon a relevant, meaningful, and aspirational Judaism that not only matters for us here who enter the sanctuary, but actually matters for the world at large.
I think that you have this real inclusive community here. No one is cast out. Wherever you are, Jewish, not Jewish, wherever you are in that spectrum, you can come here and feel welcomed. And I think that that's what makes it truly a community.
I feel that if you're somebody that's willing to step forward and say, I want to belong, that there is a place for you.
When you go to just a normal Saturday morning service, everybody is participating and everybody is clapping and singing along, even the teens and the seniors and the babies, everybody is involved and everybody is really engaged.
BJ is a place that invites its members to explore anything in Judaism that means something to them. And there's somehow this weird way of connecting anything that you want to do to help people to Judaism.
We do activities like this, service activities, where we do community service. The whole teen community comes together to try to help others. I see myself as a role model to the younger teens, and I want them to see the benefits that helping other people and being involved in this community can bring.
To be part of a team, be part of a community where that's happening.
where the realization of dreams is happening every single day when you walk in, has been empowering and beautiful and really inspirational.
Because of BJ, I think I've become a stronger person and a better leader, and one who's willing to take charge more easily.
This is a place where people can come with their fears and hopes and express them and get support and feel that there is a sense of community and unity.
In recent years, when I became very involved in social justice, and particularly in refugees and immigration, I have met some of the most wonderful people in my life. I feel like I'm becoming a Jew, frankly, for the first time.
So we have this amazing opportunity now that we're all under one roof. We have the ability to be together, to join together as an entire community, to have all of our services and spirituality take place in this one building. Being able to connect our spiritual selves to the education that's taking place allows us to grow in dimensions that haven't happened before.
There has been so much excitement around the unification. Finally, we have this connection between the community house and the beautiful sanctuary. There's a sense that we're here in our own home, in our own space, and it is really beautiful.
To have a family, to have this sense of home, where you move from the living room to the bedrooms and the kitchen, it's incredible.
BJ Under One Roof is really a metaphor for the reality that our community is large and diverse, but at the same time there's a really powerful oneness to who we are.
That's what this joining of one roof is about. That Jewish life is whole. We're whole people with whole feelings and bodies and minds and hearts. We see ourselves as part of the larger whole. We bring our uniqueness to make the larger whole what it is, and that we move together as if we're one story.
BJ Under One Roof has been a dream of decades. And as the community has grown and expanded, we need the space, and we need to be one community, united. It's more than a physical concept. This is a spiritual concept, which is a community that is varied, that has multiple doors of entry, where the spaces merge one into another, and where people can experience the variety and the depth and the beauty of Jewish life.
We want to thank all the people who participated and were willing to be filmed, and also to Shuli Seiler-Feller, who is Chaim Seiler-Feller's daughter, but a beautiful director and producer of this film, so we have a lot of gratitude to her. Also something that happened in a very short window of time. So we're going to move now into the landing of the candles, and there's a beautiful teaching by the Svat Emet, that Hanukkah was the last miracle that we were given by God, which actually doesn't feel so beautiful when you think of so many miracles that are needed, particularly in our time, people who are ill, such brokenness in the world. But he teaches that Hanukkah was the last great miracle that God gave, and he teaches that we don't get another big miracle unless the miracle that was already given has run out of steam. And therefore, his lesson is that what the miracle of Hanukkah is that the miracle is eternal, which is that renewal and rededication is always possible. And that what allows us to live and grow and move and aspire is essentially this miracle of Hanukkah, which is that we can continually discover anew and make anew and build anew. And it is that miracle that we're celebrating here tonight, not just with the lighting of the sixth night of Hanukkah, but with this sense that from 1825, when this miracle of the B'nai Jeshurun community started as a break-off community, that sense of what was possible in America in 1825 and what could be recreated was right at that very essence of that moment. And through the course of our over 190 years of being a community, that spark of believing that we can renew and rededicate and aspire again has been at the essence of what makes this community what it is. And that is not only true in our collective, as a collective of we, the B'nai Jeshurun community, and I want to say for those people who have been here for those many years who have shepherded this last renewal of BJ's community since 1985, but also to the new members, of which there are many. I saw many downstairs in the children's program, that the story of this place is in a renewal again. And that's what we're here for, is to not celebrate. We are celebrating all that's come before, but what we're celebrating, all that will be in the future. And that is the miracle of Hanukkah. And so I'm going to invite groups of people, we're going to invite groups of people to come up to light each candle to celebrate that renewal and rededication. People in our community, of which, by the way, there are just way too many to invite up to light the Hanukkah. We'd have a fire in our space if we did that. So I want to invite to light the first candle, Irv Rosenthal, Les Nelson, Evie, and Frank Kern, and as the building committee, Evie Klein, I just lost your last name for a moment, and for the second candle, so come forward, we'll light all together in a minute. For the second candle, I'd like to invite Jeannie Blaustein and Peter Boker as really the people who pledged and made possible this campaign from the generosity, not only of their hearts, but of their resources. And they're going to be representing the lay leaders of the campaign, which include Michael Sonnenfeld, Judith Stern-Peck, who were the lay leaders of the first building when we acquired the building, Bill Abrams, Susan Kipper, Liz Stern, and Jeannie, who were the second renovation campaign leaders. So they'll be lighting the second candle. For the third candle, we'd like to invite Josh Mantle and Eve Brunswick as leaders in our teen community. For the fourth candle, we'd like to invite up Billy DeStefano and Ayala Wasser, and Cassandra, I know, is coming, and there's someone else too, no? Larissa Wall, from our staff team. For the fifth candle, we'd like to invite up Bernice Tadras, who is always, always willing to say yes. That's Bernice's byline, saying yes. And for the sixth candle, we'd like to invite up Mark Lehrman, who's been a dedicated volunteer in many ways, but particularly with the Morning Minyan. So thank you all for the incredible dedication that you've given and the rededication day in and day out to making this beautiful moment in time. So I now ask also if all the kids that are here, I think there are some in the back is my sense. Did anyone realize that there are kids in the back? Hi, Leo. Hi, come the kids. We want you to come right up close so you can see the Chanukiah. So all kids under the age of bar and bat mitzvah, come close. Come. And now I'll ask everyone to please rise as we light the Chanukiah.
Together, Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kideshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu להדליק נר של חנוכה. Baruch atah Adonai, אלוהינו מלך העולם, שעשה ניסים לאבותינו,
בימים ההם, בזמן הזה.
צור ישועתי, לך נאה לשבח, תיכון בתפילתי, ושם תודה נזבח, לתכין מטבח, מצרם נפח, אז אגמור בשיר מזמור, חנוכת המזבח, אז אגמור בשיר מזמור, חנוכת המזבח. ימי החנוכה, חנוכה מקדשנו, בגיל ובשמחה ממלאים את ליבנו, לילה ויום סביבוננו יסוף, סוף גניות נאכל בם לרוב, האירו הדליקו נרות חנוכה רבים, על הניסים ועל הנפלאות אשר חוללו המכבים, על הניסים ועל הנפלאות אשר חוללו המכבים. ימי חנוכה, חנוכה מקדשנו, בגיל ובשמחה ממלאים את ליבנו, לילה ויום סביבנו יסוף, סוף גניות נאכל בם לרוב, האירו הדליקו נרות חנוכה רבים, על הניסים ועל הנפלאות אשר חוללו המכבים, על הניסים ועל הנפלאות אשר חוללו המכבים. Please remain standing. We're now going to conclude with the formal dedication of this Mishkan, of this sanctuary, and the connection between this sanctuary and the community house to make it into one space. We're going to invite the Stallman family, a 3-generation family, a family that has been one of the pillars of this community for the past 35 years. A family that is here with us every Shabbat and every Chag. They're going to place in one moment the mezuzah that leads into the community, the door post that leads into the community house. And before the mezuzah is placed, I'd like to pray with all of us. Misheberach avotenu veimotenu. May the one who blessed our ancestors bless our spiritual home, that it may always be a place of Torah and wisdom. Say Amen.
Amen.
Of learning and growth.
Amen.
Of welcome, embrace and community.
Amen.
Of love and compassion.
Amen.
Of healing and comfort.
Amen.
Of song and devotion.
Amen.
Of celebration and joy.
Amen.
Of justice and peace.
Amen.
May our doors always be open to those in need, to those who are vulnerable, to Jews in all our diversity, and to people of all faiths who enter to seek God together with us. Vihi noam Adonai Eloheinu aleinu, u'maaseh yadenu konena aleinu, u'maaseh yadenu konenehu. May the peace of Adonai our God be with us. May our work together be established. May the work of our community be blessed. And let us say,
Amen.
Amen. Please stand stay in your place as the mezuzah is placed, and then you're all invited to come through the link into the community house for our celebration.
Come, kids, all can come this way. Shh.
Okay, here.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu likboa mezuzah.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה.
מזל טוב, חג שמח.